Here's something you don't see every day: a home that's luxurious, spacious, and right in the middle of downtown Toronto, but with a twist. It can actually earn you money while you're not there. And I'm talking big numbers, like really big. This property I'm about to show you made over $200,000 this year on Airbnb. 200,000, and I'm not even exaggerating. I'll show you all the numbers in just a second. And the crazy thing is, it's not even just a one-time thing. This isn't your average Toronto condo. It's an impressive 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home that's been consistently bringing in 6 figures year after year. Oh, and by the way, it's currently for sale. So if you've ever wondered how a property like this works or what it takes to pull in these kinds of numbers, make sure you keep watching. This is a rare opportunity, and I'm going to break down exactly how it works, from the property itself to the numbers that make it so impressive. What's up, everyone? My name is fNK&x. I'm a Toronto-based realtor specializing in helping people build wealth through real estate. If you're looking for a luxury property in the heart of Toronto that doubles down as an incredible investment, this is the one. I do want to preface this by saying, yes, a property like this does come with a higher price tag and higher mortgage payments, so you definitely need to be in a position to support that. But once we break down the numbers, you're going to see why it's worth every penny and how it can pretty much pay for itself and then some. By the way, if you're curious about anything I do cover in today's video, whether it's the specific property, anything about short-term rentals, or if you're looking for something similar in Toronto, feel free to reach out to me. All my contact information is in the description below, and I'd be more than happy to help. Recently, I did share a video about a smaller, more traditional 1-bedroom condo at 101 Peter Street, which is actually right next to the unit and building we're going to be talking about today. But this was for a lower priced unit, perfect for first-time investors, first-time home buyers, or those just starting out with short-term rentals. But today we're shifting gears to something completely different. This property is in a league of its own, so let's get right into it. The property we're talking about today is 30 Nelson Street, unit TH20, which is located right at the intersection of Richmond Street West and University, so right on the border between the entertainment and the financial district, giving you best of both worlds. The location honestly couldn't be better. You're steps away from Toronto's best restaurants and entertainment venues, just a 10-minute walk to the CN Tower, 10 minutes to the Rogers Centre, 15 minutes to Union Station, Toronto's main transportation hub, 12 minutes to the Eaton Centre, the city's biggest mall, and only a 10-minute drive to Billy Bishop Airport. All of this while still being tucked into a quiet residential style pocket. It's the perfect blend of downtown convenience and privacy. This is a 2-story condo that's 1,800 square feet and comes with 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and it honestly feels more like a house than a condo. What makes this property so unique isn't just its size, but also the layout. So this unit is actually on the ground level. So on the main level, you have the open concept living and dining space and the kitchen, along with one of the 4 bedrooms. And then upstairs, you'll find the remaining 3 bedrooms, one of which is the primary bedroom that comes with its own ensuite. You do have 2 entrances, one that opens up into the hallway in the actual condo building, and then another that opens up onto your patio, which opens onto the street. This is obviously a huge plus because you get all of the perks of condo living in terms of access to all of the amenities without having to deal with probably the worst thing about living in a condo, and that's dealing with the elevator wait times. The unit is currently listed at $1.6 million, which is really aggressively priced at just under $900 a square foot. It comes with 2 parking spots and has 2 large lockers as well. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. This building is one of the very few in Toronto that allows short-term rentals like Airbnb. That's right, everything this property has earned has been completely by the book. If you're not familiar with Toronto's short-term rental rules or bylaws, here are the 2 most important ones. Number 1, the property that you Airbnb has to be your primary residence. And number 2, you're only allowed to rent out that property nightly through Airbnb for up to 180 nights per year. Now, that being said, this property would be perfect for someone who wants more than just your average condo in Toronto. Maybe you travel a lot, split your time between cities for work or for leisure, or even have homes in other countries and need a base here in the city. It's ideal as a second home, your own space to return to whenever you're in Toronto, while still being able to earn incredible income when you're away. It also does double down as a great high-producing investment property, but it does have to be your primary residence. Anyways, enough about that. I'm sure you're dying to see the unit, so let's take a look inside and then go over what you're probably waiting to see the most, and that is the financials. By the way, if this property is sparking your interest, or if you're curious about how short-term rentals like this work in Toronto, don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to answer your questions or help you explore opportunities just like this one. You can find all my contact information in the description below. And hey, if you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel and lets me know you're finding this content valuable. All right, back to the good stuff. So that was the unit. You can already tell right away that it's pretty much different than your standard or traditional condo in the city. And what makes it especially ideal for short-term rentals is the way it's designed, where number one, you have access directly to the street, just like a townhome or a semi, so guests can easily get in and get out. And then number two, the fact that it actually has 4 legitimate full-size bedrooms, so you can easily accommodate 8 guests, if not more. And that's a big deal for short-term rentals because it allows you to charge higher nightly rates while appealing to families or groups traveling together. And I can tell you for sure that you're not going to have much competition when you start looking at 4-bedroom homes literally right in the heart of the city. If I go on Airbnb right now and let's say filter by number of bedrooms, I'll put 4. You can see that there really isn't much available, even from the ones that are. Nothing that's really like in the core. You have a few out west, some around Fort York, but yeah, there's not much. So the competition here is very, very low. And you can see when I take that filter off, that number goes way up. Okay, so all that being said, let's now dive right into the numbers because this is where things start to get really interesting. So what I'm going to do right now is share the numbers for this year in 2024, and then we'll quickly look at the 2023 and 2022 numbers, pretty much when short-term rentals started being regulated by the city right after COVID. And then we'll go over what the numbers would look like moving forward if someone was to purchase this property today. So we'll factor in all the expenses like mortgage payments, maintenance fees, taxes, to see what the net revenue would look like for the new owner, given they put down 20% and take out your traditional 80% mortgage. So let's get right into it. In 2024, this unit made on Airbnb, after you take out Airbnb's 3% platform fee, $209,680.22, which comes out to approximately $11.50 per night. In terms of expenses, the home insurance was $200 a month, so $2,400 for the year. Property taxes were $10,930. The condo fees, which for this unit are $1,723 per month and do include both heat and water, came out to $20,682 for the year. Utilities were about $1,800. Guest supplies, which would be things like toilet paper or garbage bags, came out to about $500. And then lastly, the HST remitted for this property is going to be about $15,000. So in total, your expenses come out to around $51,312.24, which brings the net income for this property for 2024 to $158,367.98, which is just absolutely crazy. If we look at the past few years just to compare, you'll see this property has consistently delivered. So in 2023, the unit made $184,969.88. All the expenses were fairly similar. The home insurance was a little higher and the property taxes were a little lower, but the net income for 2023 was $135,600.01. 2022 was a really good year for this property. It made $178,387.17 on Airbnb as a short-term rental, but then was also rented mid-term, meaning for more than 28 days at a time, for $47,310.36. So the total rent for that year came out to around $225,000. Again, expenses were very similar to 2023 and 2024. So the net income for this year came out to a whopping $173,741.10. So as you can see, these numbers are unbelievable. There's absolutely no way you'd make this kind of money doing any other type of rental. We're talking probably triple what you'd see with a traditional long-term rental, which, by the way, would be rented the entire year. These are numbers you're seeing for a property being rented out for pretty much half the year or 180 days, which gives you the flexibility to use it personally whenever you want. Okay, so let's now actually go over these numbers in today's market. Given that you purchased this property for the listed price or close to the listed price of $1.6 million with today's rates, what would the financials look like? So for a purchase price of $1.6 million, a 20% down payment would be $320,000. Your land transfer tax would be $56,950. And then you have other closing costs, your biggest being your lawyer fees at around $1,500. So your total costs or money needed upfront to purchase this unit, putting down 20%, would be $378,450. At today's mortgage rates of around 4%, your monthly payments, including both principal and interest, would be around $60.90 per month. Add in maintenance fees of $1,723 per month, property taxes of around $910 per month, and then all your other small monthly expenses like internet, insurance, and hydro, and your total monthly costs come to approximately $9,000 a month or $108,000 for the year. So let's do the math. In 2024, this property made just under $210,000 from Airbnb. So when you take that revenue and minus your monthly costs, you come out with an annual net revenue of $102,000 or $8,500 per month. And again, that's while still having the flexibility to use the property for yourself for half the year. Now, obviously, you do have the one-time upfront cost of furniture if you do decide to Airbnb, and for a unit like this one of this size, that would probably cost you closer to $20,000 to $25,000. But guess what? This unit is being sold entirely as is with all the furniture included. That means you can literally start earning from day one. And by the way, this isn't my listing. I know I've been speaking very highly of it. I know most people are thinking, oh, well, here goes another realtor promoting another one of their listings. But that is not the case here. I just think this is an amazing opportunity for someone who can afford to take it on. And remember, this isn't just about the numbers. Yes, you clearly have the cash flow, but you're also building equity over time and benefiting from any future appreciation in value. This is a property that gives you space, luxury, and an unbeatable location in the heart of Toronto. Whether you're using it as a second home, renting it out, or doing both, this is a rare opportunity that doesn't come around often. So, what do you think? Does this property have what it takes to impress you? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And if you're interested in this unit or want to explore similar opportunities, don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to help. All my contact information is in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.